Good morning all. Today I'm going to look at this. It's the Gold Sniper Metal Detector. The Gold Sniper is designed specifically to find the smallest gold nuggets in the most mineralized soils. Unlike other specialized gold detectors, the Gold Sniper is also a versatile all-purpose detector great for coin shooting and relic hunting too. Well, that's good because I'm going to see if I can find, well, probably not gold, but anything in my garden. Right, what's it got on the back? We've got an 8-inch search coil, adjustable aluminium stem, a big, easy-to-read LCD display with target ID, ground, phase reading and signal strength, 1/4-inch headphone jack, 1/4-inch, I'd be surprised, comfort hand grip, and arc stand which prevents damage when you put it down. Well, I think it's time to open the box. And it is quite a big box. Right, there's the search coil. There's the box of tricks with the LCD display. Anything else in here? Yes. The stand that you put it down on the ground with. Oh, there is one more thing. A little bolt. So there's a manual here, underground metal detector. Features of your metal detector: fully automatic and all metal detectors. Your detector detects all kinds of metal objects unless you have set for some objects that you don't want to detect. Well, that sounds quite good. That sounds like it's got a fair bit of sort of discrimination built in. Right, the next thing is preparation, assembling the detector. So now I have to put this thing together. It's fairly straightforward, I think. So this is the metal detector's box of electronics, and there are lots of buttons here. So I'm guessing that there's a microcontroller in here to read all these buttons and drive the display. Set, mode, enter, power, PP, whatever that is, up and down. Also, it's got indicators here for the different metal types. Iron, aluminium, gold, bronze, and silver. So that does look interesting. Now I've noticed, oh, by the way, the headphone jack is 1/8 of an inch, not 1/4 inch. On the back of here, there's a 5-way connector. And the other end of the connector is in the end of this pole, and that actually pulls out. So here's the connector, and you've got to try and sort of pull it out of this pole, and I'm having a job gripping it, so I think I'm going to get some pliers. But that's actually a plug on the end of some coily cable. So the only thing I had which would actually grip this are these cutters, but you don't want to press too hard on that. But there's the plug, and there's the coily cable, so I need to put that plug and then put on this threaded retaining ring onto the socket, which is on the, well, I suppose that's the plug, isn't it? But that's on the electronics box. So let's do that now. So let's find the index, which is at the top there. Plug that in, screw on the retaining cap, and then this thing, how does it work? Yes, that slides over there. Now this won't come up yet because I haven't undone this thing here. So yes, that makes that slide up, and then once those are in position, I can put this bolt in that hole, and that's connected the coil to the electronics box and the pole onto here. So this is what it looks like now. I've just got to put the top bit on here, which is the kind of armrest, which you put your arm through to hold on to the grip there, and this thing which you can put it down on the ground so it'll sit still. That's just a bolt running through this hole in the stem. This needs to be tightened here. You've got a variable length there, so you can set it to the height which suits you best. You can tighten that up, lock it off, and then I need to open the box and put some batteries in. Right, that's the arm rest holder thing attached there. So you slide your arm down through there, grab hold of the hand grip, and then you're free to sweep this thing over the ground and look for treasure. Right, the battery box cover just slides off like so, and then in here there's just a 6 AA holder clipped in. So let's take that out if I can. Yes, and that plugs in to the electronics board on a plug and socket, so I can temporarily take that out, find my 6 batteries, and then put that back in the unit once I've filled this box up. Right, here's my battery pack with 6 Duracell rechargeables in it. Let's plug it in and see what the unit does. I'm having a job fitting this on my desk at the moment. Anyway, let's plug that in. Which way does it go? That way, I think. Oh! Let's put this one in here. Oh! Some beeps. Right, yeah, that does fit. Let's put the cover back on. There's a light on there I can see, but something's wrong. Oh, I think it's detecting some metal. I can't get the cover back on. Ah! Right. It's playing all sorts of weird tunes at the moment. I don't quite know what that means. How do I get the volume down? Obviously not with that. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. Playing all sorts of weird tunes. Let's put some gold on the floor. It's going a bit mad now, and I've got a feeling it might be low battery because every time it beeps, the battery indicator goes to 0. So I think I'm going to have to get some alkaline batteries. Right, I've put some alkalines in here. They're a bit of a mixed bag, and it's beeping, but the display's not coming on now. So I'm not having a lot of luck. Let's try some more batteries. Right, I've sorted out the battery issue by putting in a mixture of alkalines and these lithium ones. So the battery indicator is now good and strong. Now I've got the sensitivity at maximum, no indication on depth yet. All of these boxes indicate different things, so iron, aluminium, and then they've got coins. Well, annoyingly for me in the UK, they've got 5 cent, 1 cent, 10 cent, 25 cents, $1, and 50 cents. I assume that those coins are all made of different metals. We've got gold, bronze, silver here. But at the moment, if I wave it over the floor, it's just sort of beeping crazily at everything, and I just wonder whether there's perhaps stuff underneath the carpet which is setting this thing off. So on the floor I've put a nail there, which I presume is made of steel, and a gold wedding ring, and I'm trying to get this to detect those things, but it doesn't seem to do much at all. If anything, it's all a bit random. I'm getting random noises and random tones. As it moves up this scale of items, the tone gets higher, presumably because the more interesting things are up at the top. But is that detecting that gold ring? I don't really know. And is it detecting that nail? It's hard to get anything in here. I'm just wondering whether there's so much interference in here that it's having trouble detecting anything. One thing I have learned is if you press this PP button, it means pinpoint. And if I press it, it goes into a sort of pseudo-analog mode. So it kind of detects the gold ring, or at least it can pinpoint it. Interestingly, with the nail, it seems to pinpoint it the other way. Oh no, it's pinpointing that now. So when the nail's in the middle of the coil, sort of, and sometimes it sort of reverse pinpoints it. It's all a bit strange. I think the best thing is to take it outside and see if I can find anything in the garden. Right, let's see what I can find. Right, so it says there's something there. It says it's iron, because it's the lowest tone. Let's try and pinpoint. There's definitely something there. Right there. So I'm going to dig it up. Right, I've dug a little hole, and now you pinpoint the bit you dug out and the hole. Well, it still seems to be in the hole, so I obviously have to dig a bit deeper. Well, now if I press pinpoint, it doesn't seem to be in that hole. It seems to be there, in that bit of turf I cut out. Is it? Well, I can't find anything in this hole, so I'm going to fill that back in. All I can find is bits of flint. There's the top soil, making a bit of a mess of the lawn here. Just bits of flint. There's no metal in there, so I don't quite know what the detector was trying to tell me. I'm going to try somewhere else, I think. Now there's something here which it's saying, if I can get it to be consistent, which I can't. I thought it was saying that it was at a... Let's move the trowel away, that probably doesn't help. So I really want to find something nearer the surface. Right, there's something there which it's saying is nearer the surface. So let's pinpoint that. This is all very indistinct. There's kind of something there. But what is it and where is it? I'm not sure I can really tell from this. I'm inclined to dig that up because, I don't even know if there's anything in there. There's something there, but it doesn't seem to be very pinpointed. What's it telling me? Iron. Kind of keeps blipping to 2 or 4 inches. I'll give it a dig, just see what it is. Right, I've dug a very shallow hole, but it's kind of pinpointing the hole and the bit I dug out, and quite a lot of other places around. I mean, how am I supposed to tell from that where to dig? It's pinpointing that and that. I don't know. And all I'm digging out here is more flint. I mean, has flint got metal in it? I don't know. Let's try pinpointing this. It's still telling me that there's something in the hole. What about this here? Still tells me it's in the hole, so do I keep digging? I don't know. I'm not getting on very well here at all. And I keep thinking I found something like that, and if I pinpoint it, it seems to be pinpointing, but there's something else there. Not what I'm trying to look at. Maybe I have to lift that up on a bucket or something. And with it lifted up on a bucket, and this thing with me pressing the pinpoint button, there's nothing there. So that's just a bit of flint. That's not metal. And it's saying there's something in there. But in my original hole, or there, it seems to be everywhere now. Well, I'm losing patience with this. And that's nothing. That's not pinpointing, so that's just flint as well. Still in the hole, I'm being told. Well, now I have found something, and it's that straight thing there, so I'm going to just yank it out. And There it is. It's big, and it's some sort of metal rod. Well, that's not going to make me rich, is it? A metal rod. Well, now I'm a bit fed up because it's cold out here, wet, damp and horrible, and I'm destroying the lawn, so the worms aren't liking this very much either. So let's put all this back in the hole and hope that by summer this will have all sort of grown out and won't be very noticeable. But yeah, not a very good first go at metal detecting. I just found a metal rod. Right, let's pack up and go back in because I'm cold, my hands all dirty, I'm wet, and I'm a bit fed up. Still, I do have a metal rod. Whoopee! So that was my first go at metal detecting in the garden, and there is my find, this really quite massive piece of, well, iron spike. I think it's a tie from when they probably were building the house. But what bothers me about this metal detector is that there's clearly some sort of analog circuitry. I tried to take what's coming from these coils, and then the microprocessor is trying to interpret it in some way and give me the results on the display. But I just feel totally disconnected from what the coil is detecting. I feel like I'm being given second-hand information, and delayed as well. This thing only beeps about twice a second, so you're never quite sure whether you are getting real-time information and whether you're getting accurate information. I'd far rather listen to the sounds coming out of the analog circuitry and let the microprocessor do some interpretation, but not take me completely away from what I want to be hearing. And what I found was an iron rod of actually enormous size, only about 2 or 3 inches from the surface. And even then, this thing was very indistinct. It wasn't really telling me, yes, you've most definitely got some iron down there, and it's 2 inches from the surface. It was very vague. Occasionally, the depth display flicked between 8 inches and 2 inches, and it mostly was sounding the iron sound, the lowest note that it gives you, but just not very confidence inspiring. So my idea to have metal detecting as my new hobby has taken a bit of a knock, and in this country certainly I wouldn't even entertain it until the 3 months of summer. It's just not worth the cold and the damp to find bits of iron rod. So that was my unboxing and first look at this MD 3010 II Mark II, is that, I think, probably. Not particularly inspired by this product, I have to say.